Today I want to introduce Chromolaena odorata, commonly called Siam weed. It's a plant of dual identity. On one hand, it is among the world's most notorious invasive species. On the other, it has long been revered in folk medicine. Originally from the Americas, it has spread throughout tropical Asia, Africa, and into the Pacific. Local communities have used it for centuries to treat wounds, skin infections, inflammation, and more, and now modern scientific studies are increasingly confirming many of those traditional claims. Scientifically, Chromolaena odorata belongs to the Asteraceae family, which is the same family as daisies and sunflowers. Its current accepted scientific name is Chromolaena odorata, but in older literature, it is often referred to by its synonym Eupatorium odoratum. The plant has undergone several taxonomic reclassifications and was formerly known as Eupatorium odoratum L. The genus name Chromolaena derives from the Greek words chromo meaning color and klena meaning cloak, referring to the colored bracts that surround the flowers, while odorata refers to the characteristic odor emitted when the leaves are crushed. The plant is known by many names around the world. In English, it is called Siam weed, Jack in the bush, or Christmas bush. In the Philippines, it is known as hagonoi, while in Nigeria it is called awolowo leaf. In Thailand, it is sabsuya. These many names reflect how widely the plant has spread and how deeply it has entered into traditional medicine systems across different cultures. Chromolaena odorata is a rapidly growing perennial shrub that typically reaches 2 to 3 meters in height in open areas, though it can grow up to 5 to 7 meters under optimal conditions. In shaded environments, it may become etiolated and behave as a creeper, growing on other vegetation to reach up to 10 meters in height. The plant features straight, pithy, brittle stems that branch readily, with a woody base that provides structural support. The leaves are oppositely arranged, triangular to elliptical in shape with serrated edges, and typically measure 6 to 12 centimeters in length and 3 to 7 centimeters in width. The leaves exhibit 3 prominent veins in a pitchfork arrangement and emit a distinctive pungent, aromatic odor when crushed due to the presence of essential oils and other volatile compounds. The inflorescence consists of panicles of 10 to 35 tubular florets per head, each approximately 10 millimeters long, with colors ranging from white and pale pink to purple or blue. The flowers are rich in nectar and attract various pollinators. The seeds are achenes, brown-gray to black in color, measuring 4 to 5 millimeters long with a pale brown pappus of 5 to 6 millimeters that facilitates wind dispersal. The root system is fibrous and extensive, potentially reaching depths of 0.3 meters, which contributes to the plant's drought tolerance and ability to thrive in various soil conditions. The plant exhibits significant morphological variability in its native range, particularly in flower color, leaf shape, odor intensity of crushed leaves, and overall architecture. Originally native to Central and South America, ranging from Florida and Texas in the United States through Mexico and the Caribbean to South America, odorata has now become pantropical in distribution. It was introduced to Southeast Asia in the 1920s and Africa around the 1940s as a cover crop and ornamental plant, from where it has spread extensively to become naturalized in many tropical and subtropical regions. Currently, it is widely distributed throughout tropical Asia, West Africa, Australia, and parts of Oceania, with recent reports of its presence in Hawaii as well. Odorata is a highly invasive species that thrives in a wide range of environmental conditions, particularly in disturbed areas, open wasteland, along roadsides, and in agricultural land. It prevents the establishment of other vegetation through allelopathic effects and competitive exclusion, significantly impacting biodiversity in invaded areas. In Western Africa, it inhibits forest regeneration in areas of shifting cultivation, while in Southern Africa it reduces species diversity and alters fire regimes due to its high flammability. The plant is a prolific seed producer, with a single plant capable of generating 80,000 to 90,000 seeds that are primarily dispersed by wind, but can also be transported by animals, human activities, and machinery, facilitating long-distance dispersal. It can also regenerate vegetatively from root fragments, making its control particularly challenging. Despite its status as an invasive weed, C. odorata is sometimes cultivated intentionally for medicinal and ornamental purposes. The plant thrives in tropical and subtropical climates with distinct wet and dry seasons, preferring temperatures between 20 to 35 degrees Celsius and annual rainfall of 1,000 to 3,000 millimeters. It grows in various soil types, including nutrient-poor soils, but prefers well-drained soils with pH ranging from 5.0 to 7.5. Propagation is primarily through seeds, which require light for germination, and can also occur through stem cuttings or root fragments. For cultivation, seeds should be sown superficially on prepared soil beds without covering, as they require light for germination. Germination typically occurs within 1 to 2 weeks under optimal conditions. The plants grow rapidly, potentially exceeding 3 centimeters per day under favorable conditions, and can flower within 3 to 4 months after germination. While C. odorata requires minimal care once established, regular pruning may be necessary to control its growth and prevent excessive spreading. Due to its invasive potential, cultivation should be undertaken with appropriate containment measures to prevent escape into natural ecosystems. In areas where it is considered invasive, cultivation may be regulated or prohibited. In terms of plant parts used, the leaves are predominant, used fresh, dried, or as extracts. The stems and roots are less frequently used, though they do appear in some traditional remedies and in essential oil studies. Beyond medicinal use, the entire plant biomass is utilized for agronomic purposes, as compost, green manure, or as a component in animal feed supplementation. Chromolaena odorata contains a wide range of chemical compounds. The main bioactive groups include flavonoids such as quercetin, camphorol, and luteolin, which are strong antioxidants. It also contains terpenoids and essential oils, including caryophyllene and limonene, which contribute to its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects. Phenolic acids, tannins, saponins, and plant sterols are also present. However, there is a warning. The plant also contains pyrrolizidine alkaloids. These compounds are known to be toxic to the liver if consumed in high amounts or for long periods. This is why external application is generally considered safer than internal use. Scientific research has validated numerous pharmacological activities for C. odorata extracts and compounds. Wound healing properties. Multiple mechanisms including antioxidant activity that protects cells from oxidative damage, stimulation of fibroblast proliferation, enhancement of keratinocyte migration, upregulation of extracellular matrix proteins laminin, 5, laminin, 1, collagen 4, fibronectin, and modulation of gene expression related to wound healing, heme oxygenase, 1, thromboxane synthase, matrix metallopeptidase 9. Antimicrobial activity, effective against a broad spectrum of pathogens including gram-positive bacteria, Staphylococcus aureus, gram-negative bacteria, Escherichia coli, Salmonella spp, Klebsiella spp, and various fungi. Studies have shown that extracts at concentrations of 100 milligrams per milliliter exhibit zones of inhibition, 10.3 to 14.1 millimeters, against E. coli and Klebsiella that were higher than those of 8 to 10 commercial antibiotics. Anti-inflammatory activity, modulation of inflammatory mediators and pathways, reducing inflammation in various experimental models. Antioxidant activity, scavenging of free radicals and enhancement of cellular antioxidant defenses through compounds such as flavonoids and phenolic acids. Anti-cancer activity, cytotoxic effects against various cancer cell lines, potentially through induction of apoptosis and inhibition of proliferation. Other activities, anti-diabetic effects through modulation of blood glucose levels, hepatoprotective properties, antidiarrheal actions, and antiparasitic effects against malaria parasites and other protozoa. Recent investigations have also revealed antifibrillogenic properties, antibiofilm activity, and potential effects on hematological parameters, though these require further study. It has extensive traditional uses across its distribution range. Vietnam. Fresh leaves or aqueous extract applied to wounds, burns, and skin infections to promote healing and prevent infection. West Africa, Nigeria. Ghana used for wound care, hemostasis, stopping bleeding, treatment of malaria, fever, and digestive disorders. Known as awolowo leaf in Nigeria. Southeast Asia, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia treatment of wounds, soft tissue injuries, inflammation, and infections. In Indonesia, leaf decoction used to treat vertigo, high cholesterol, and hypertension. Indian traditional medicine, used in Ayurveda and various tribal medicines for wound healing, treatment of skin diseases, dysentery, and as an antispasmodic. Latin America, used in spiritual practices such as Santeria in Cuba and Puerto Rico as an incense to cleanse households spiritually. The plant is typically prepared as fresh leaf poultices, aqueous extracts, ethanol tinctures, decoctions, or ointment formulations depending on the specific application and traditional practices of each region. Traditional formulations and remedies vary across regions. Fresh leaf poultice, crushed fresh leaves applied directly to wounds, cuts, and burns to stop bleeding and promote healing. This is one of the most common applications across traditional systems. Decoctions, prepared by boiling leaves in water for oral administration to treat internal conditions such as diarrhea, dysentery, malaria, and respiratory infections. Tinctures, alcohol-based extracts used for various medicinal applications. Ointments, leaf extracts incorporated into ointment bases, 2.5 to 10% W/W for topical application in wound care. Combination formulations, sometimes combined with other medicinal plants such as honey for enhanced wound healing activity. Modern formulations being investigated include standardized extracts, nanoparticle formulations for enhanced delivery, and incorporation into wound dressings to leverage the plant's therapeutic properties. A collection of specific folk remedies you can refer to. In recent years, see, odorata's uses have expanded well beyond folk medicine. In agriculture, its biomass is used as green manure or compost to improve soil fertility. Field trials, for example with finger millet, okra, show comparable performance to traditional organic manures when composted properly. In livestock and poultry systems, leaf meal has been trialed, added to feed, showing benefits in health indicators, though growth sometimes reduced at high rates. In aquaculture, preliminary studies suggest that extracts mixed into feed or water may protect shrimp from bacterial pathogens. Essential oil work has shown larvicidal and insect repellent effects, for example against Aedes mosquitoes. Finally, biomass valorization, such as for bioenergy, compost, biochar, presents opportunities both to use the weed and to help control its population, agricultural or cultivation applications. In conclusion, Chromolaena odorata is a plant with two faces. It is a destructive invasive species that damages ecosystems, but it is also a powerful traditional medicine with scientifically validated wound healing and antimicrobial effects. Its rich phytochemistry makes it a promising candidate for modern drug discovery, especially in developing topical treatments for wounds and infections. However, internal use carries risks and ecological impacts must always be managed carefully. This plant teaches us that nature often presents both benefits and dangers in the same form. Our responsibility is to study, respect, and use it wisely.